Manila Broadcasting Company.
Dibisyon ng Biliran Alternative Learning System kasama ang buong kagawaran ng edukasyon at kaagapay ang pamahalaan ng probinsya ng Biliran ay buong pusong inihahandog ang programang pangradyo na pinamagatang Als Radyo Eskwela. Ito ay inyong mapapakinggan tuwing Lunes at Biyernes sa ganap na alas 11 hanggang alas 11:30 ng umaga dito lamang sa 103.9 Radyo Natin FM. Walang makahahadlang, walang maiiwan sa Alternative Learning System. Tiyak na may pag-asa, sama-samang lilipad para maabot ang pangarap sa hamong kinakaharap. Patuloy na aangat, edukasyon para sa lahat, sulong edukalidad. Ito ang DepEd Als Radyo Eskwela ng Dibisyon ng Biliran.
A blessed morning to our dear learners and ALS implementers here in the Division of Biliran, and to all our listeners that our radio program can reach anywhere in the Philippines. Welcome back to our School on the Air, Als Radio Eskwela, only here at 103.9 Radio Natin FM, Naval, Biliran. This is your radio teacher from Kawayan District 1, Ma'am Janine Grace Ambe, and with me today is Ma'am Joanne Zeta from Naval District 2 to bring you another interesting topic. Good morning, Ma'am Joanne.
Good morning to Ma'am Janine, and to everyone who is with us today, and those watching us live on Facebook page 103.9 Radyo Natin FM Naval Biliran. A pleasant morning to everyone. I am glad and honored to accompany you, Ma'am Janine, in delivering an interesting and insightful topic that will give new ideas and learnings to everyone.
Dear learners, our episode this morning is about on how to identify the meaning of words with prefixes. Again, we are going to identify the meaning of the given word with prefixes. This topic is not as complicated as you think. The moment you have figured out its process, it will be easier for you to identify the meaning of the word with prefixes.
I agree to that, Ma'am Janine. That is why, make sure that you have with you now your writing materials so you can write down or take notes important details about our lesson. You can also use your cell phone in taking notes if that is your best convenience. So I guess everybody is ready. Right, Ma'am Janine?
Yeah, I think so, Ma'am Joanne, because I can feel their eagerness to learn today. But before we proceed to our lesson proper, allow us to introduce again the mechanics of our segment, Tanong Ko, Sagot Mo.
Here are the mechanics of this game. The first person who can send through text or comment the correct answer will receive 50 pesos worth of load from our generous sponsor, Sir Jonald J. Kiscoton, a mobile teacher from the Biliran District. Thank you, Sir J, for sponsoring our segment today. So, prepare your pen and paper, and here is your task for today. Since our lesson is about prefixes, send us at least 5 examples of words with prefixes from our discussion today. Again, send us at least 5 examples of words with prefixes will be mentioned during the discussion. Take note, you have to think of your own words that have prefixes. Listen to our discussion carefully so you can make your own example of words with prefixes.
Yes, and you can send your examples with your name and address to 0970-068-8616. And for those Facebook Live viewers, you may type your answer, name, address, and cell phone number on our comment box. Again, for our radio listeners, you may text your correct answer with your name and address to 0970 0917-068-8616 or type your correct answer, name, address, and cell phone number on the comment box if you are our Facebook Live follower. I hope the instruction we gave is clear. Again, you have to send us 5 examples of words with prefixes that will be mentioned in our discussion. Okay? Alright, very good.
Now, let us move on to our lesson proper. For us to understand the meaning of the word prefix, let us first break down our lesson for easy understanding. Let the following questions be your guide to understand our lesson for today. Ready? Okay. First, what is a root word or base word? Second, what is a prefix? How does prefix change the meaning of basic word or a root word? We have now our guide questions. So now, let us continue with our lesson.
Okay, let us first know what is a root word. A root word is a basic word with no prefix or suffix added to it. It is a basic word which is the basis of forming a new word when added prefixes and suffixes. Here is some example of root words. Write, cook, charge, form, phobia, etc. The string of letters or a word added to the beginning of a base word is called a prefix, while the string of letters or a word added to the end of a word and form a new word is called a suffix. But since our lesson for today is about identifying the meaning of the word with or through prefixes, we will only focus on the words that have prefixes.
We already know what a root word and prefix is. Again, a root word is a basic word with no prefix or suffix added to it, while a prefix is a string of letters added at the beginning of a word. Now, let us know how does adding a prefix to a word changes its meaning. Do you have any idea? Yes, of course. A prefix, like any other affixes, when attached to a basic word from a new word.
Today, we are going to discuss at least 5 commonly used prefixes. Are you still with us, dear learners? Alright, then make sure that you still have your pen and paper so you can list them all. Ready? Okay! Every word has its meaning. It changes its uses and meaning once you add a prefix before it. That is why you need to understand and keep in mind the meaning of the following prefixes so you will be guided to the new formed words and their meaning and when to use them.
Number 1 prefix on the list is an. It spells U-N. Have you seen a word with an or an before it? Nice! It means not or giving a negative meaning and opposite force in adjectives and their derivative adverbs and nouns. For example, unfair, meaning not fair. Ungrateful, unpleasant, unusual. The meaning of these words become opposite to its basic word meaning because of the prefix an, which means not. Again, prefix an means not or giving negative or opposite force in adjectives and their derivative adverbs and nouns. For example, unfair, meaning not fair. Ungrateful means not grateful. Unpleasant means not pleasant. And unusual means not usual. The meaning of these words become opposite to its basic word meaning because of the prefix an, which means not, meaning and when to use them.
Number 2 prefix we have here is im. It is spelled as I-M, im. Are you familiar with words having im before it? Good! This prefix is generally added to words that begin with letter M, P, or B to form new words in two ways. One is to give opposite meaning, and the second means in or inside, into, or towards. For example, the immature. The word is mature. The root word is mature, which starts with letter M. So, we add the prefix im before the word mature. A new word was formed, and it also changes its meaning from mature to immature, which is the opposite word. Immature means not mature.
Another example for prefix im that shows different meaning is the word implant. The root word here is plant, and it starts with letter P, so we use the prefix im to form a new word. Excuse me. We know what plant is, but after adding the prefix im before the word plant, the meaning of the word changes, and now it means to insert within or inside the body of a person. Again, prefix im is added to words that begin with letters M, P, or B to form new words in two ways. One, to give an opposite meaning, and second, means in, inside, into, or towards.
Number 3 prefix is dis. It is spelled as D-I-S. It is also a prefix which means not or none. When we add the prefix dis to the beginning of a word, a new word is formed which gives the opposite meaning of the basic word. Again, when we add the prefix dis to the beginning of the word, a new word is formed which gives the opposite meaning of the basic word. For example, the word appear. If we add the prefix dis before it, the new word formed is disappear, which means it's gone or no longer appear. Another example is agree. If we put the prefix dis before the word agree, it will become disagree, which means not agree. Did you get it? Very good!
We already have prefixes an, im, and dis. Now, let us add to the list of prefixes the word miss, M-I-S. When you attach this prefix to a word, the meaning change and it now means wrong or false, which is opposite from the original meaning of the root word. Again, prefix miss have the meaning of false or wrong. For example, misspell, which means wrong spelling. Mismatch, on the other hand, means wrong match. And lastly, mistaken, which means wrongly taken. Now, dear learners, did you fully understand the prefix miss? Very good!
And for the last prefix we will be discussing today is different from the first 4 prefixes we have because those prefixes like an, dis, im, and miss showed opposite meaning from its root word, while for our last prefix, it is different. So, for number 5 prefix, we have the word re. It is spelled as R-E. It is used with the meaning again or again and again to indicate repetition, or with the meaning back or backward to indicate withdrawal or backward motion. Again, when you see a word with the prefix re before it only says repetition of the action being done, or with the meaning back or backward to indicate withdrawal or backward motion. Here are some examples of words with prefix re. Return. The root word is turn is the root word. The word turn is the root word, while the prefix re indicates backward motion of turn. So, the new formed word is return, which to give back or go back. Did you get it? Okay, then let us have another example. Rewrite. The root word here is right. But since we add the prefix re at the beginning of the root word right, now it means to write again.
That's it, dear learners. Those are the 5 prefixes commonly used in forming a new word. And now, we will have a quick recap about them before we proceed to our short activity. I hope you can follow with your notes. Ready? Thank you. For number 1, an, U-N. It means not or giving negative or opposite force in adjectives and their derivative adverbs and nouns. Examples are unfair, ungrateful, unpleasant, unusual. Number 2 is im, spells I-im. Prefix im is added to words that begin with letters M, P, or B to form words in 2 ways. 1, to give opposite meaning, and second, means in, inside, into, or towards. For examples, misspell, mismatch, mistaken. Number 3 is dis, spells D-I-S. When add this to the beginning of a word, we give it the opposite meaning. For example, disagree, disappear, discharge. For number 4 is miss, I-M-I-S. It means wrong or false from the original meaning of the root word. For example, misspell, mismatch, mistaken. And lastly, number 5 is re, spells R-E. It is different from the rest because re is used with the meaning again or again and again to indicate repetition, or with the meaning back or backward to indicate withdrawal or backward motion. For example, replace, return, and rewind. Did you all get the meaning of each prefix? Well done, learners!
And since all of you have taken notes of the 5 prefixes, we are sure that you have understood our lesson. Now, let us try to answer a short activity to test how far you have learned of today's discussion. Get ready with your answer sheet and writing pen. Here's the direction of our short activity. Identify and explain in your own understanding the meaning of the words with prefixes that we are going to mention. Again, identify and explain in your own understanding the meaning of the words with prefixes that we are going to mention. Ready? Okay, let's start now. Number 1. Unavailable. What do you mean by the word unavailable? Number 2. Misunderstand. Again, number 2, misunderstand. Number 3, impolite. Again, number 3, impolite. Number 4, disable. Number 4, disable. And number 5, replay. Again, for the last number 5, the word is replay.
So now, dear learners, did all of you get the meaning of the words that we have mentioned? Let us see if you did. Now, let us answer each item. Number 1, unavailable. What do you think is the meaning of the word unavailable? Very good. By just hearing of the prefix an, we can say that it means not or opposite from the root word, so available. So unavailable simply means not available. Did you get the correct answer? Good job! Now, for number 2, misunderstand. The prefix here is mis, which means false or fail. So misunderstand means failed to understand.
Alright, let's move on to number 3, impolite. The prefix im means opposite or not. So here, the word impolite is the opposite of the root word polite or it means not polite. Did you get it right? Good job! Let us move on to number 4, disable. Since the prefix dis means not or opposite of the root word able, so disable means not able. Again, disable means not able. And for number 5, the word is replay. The prefix re, if you can still remember, means to repeat again the action, or it indicates of going back or doing again or doing the action again. So, replay means is to play again. Did all of you get the correct answers? Very good!
So, how was the test, dear learners? Did you get all the 5 correct answers? If you did, excellent! But if you got 3 correct answers and below, don't worry because we still have another activity. Just do your best in our next activity so you can get a higher mark.
And for today's final activity, read the instructions and items on the worksheets provided by your implementers. Identify the root word and prefix. In your own understanding, explain the meaning of the new formed word with prefix listed on your worksheets. Again, identify the root word and prefix. In your own understanding, explain the meaning of the new formed word with prefix that are listed in your worksheets. For those who have not received yet their worksheets, we will read the following words slowly. Listen carefully and write them on your notebook. Okay? Number 1. Disadvantage. Again, number 1, disadvantage. Number 2, untidy. Again, number 2, untidy. And for number 3, we have misled. Again, for number 3, we have misled. Number 4, remove. Again, for number 4, we have the word remove. And number 5, untold. Again, for number 5, untold.
The number 6, mistrust. Again, number 6, mistrust. Number 7, reassemble. Again, number 7, reassemble. Number 8, impatient. Again, for number 8, impatient. Number 9, rebuild. Again, for number 9, rebuild. And number 10, immortal. Number 10, immortal.
Did you follow carefully, learners? Did you write down the words from number 1 to 10? Perfect! For this activity, you may write your answers on the worksheet provided by your implementer. After answering, wait for your implementer and submit to them your work. Did you get it? Very good! And that's all for today's discussion, my beloved Als learners. But before we end our session for today, we will announce first who will receive the 50 pesos worth of load given by one of our implementers here in the division of Biliran, Sir Jonald J. Esgaton. Do we have a name now, Ma'am Joanne?
Yes, Ma'am Janine. A while ago, before our lesson started, we asked them to send us 5 words using the prefixes that we have discussed today. And the winner for today, who sent the correct answer because she is diligent enough, is no other than Miss Cherel Layosa from San Pablo, Naval, Biliran. Congratulations, Cherel. And her answers are misspelled, unfair, immature, disappear, and return. Congratulations! You get the correct answer.
Yay! Congratulations again, Cheryl Layosa. And for those who texted or commented their answers but did not win, don't worry because our Tanong Ko, Sagot Mo will continue in the next episodes of Als Radio Eskwela. Please tune in again to 103.9 Radio Natin FM on August 20, 2021, still on the same time, 11 to 11:30 in the morning for another exciting and insightful discussions. Once again, this is Teacher Janine. Stay safe, God bless, and good morning, Biliran!
And this is Teacher Joanne. Before I bid goodbye, I want you to know, my beloved learners, that if you have any questions or clarifications, feel free to text, call, or chat your Als implementer for more information. And another important reminder, never mistake an opinion for a fact, otherwise you will be misled. Always look for confirmation from authorities or reliable resources to make sure that the piece of information that you have is a fact. That's all for today. Good morning again, and I hope you enjoyed our program today. Once again, this is Teacher Joanne signing out.
Dibisyon ng Biliran Alternative Learning System kasama ang buong kagawaran ng edukasyon at kaagapay ang pamahalaan ng probinsya ng Biliran ay buong pusong inihahandog ang programang pangradyo na pinamagatang Als Radyo Eskwela. Ito ay inyong mapapakinggan tuwing Lunes at Biyernes sa ganap na alas 11 hanggang alas 11:30 ng umaga dito lamang sa 103.9 Radyo Natin FM. Walang makahahadlang.